Hello and good evening, everybody. This is Cheeky Geek Chat. Talk, whatever the hell I put it as. Who knows? I forgot. I think it's Cheeky Geek Chat, Cheeky Geek Talk. Anywho, um, let's talk a little bit about some nerdy shit. Alright, so recently I've been rewatching like the Marvel movies and stuff. I was just watching Guardians. I love the Guardians idea. Just because it's hilarious. Peter Quill has mommy issues in the first one, and then daddy issues in the second one, and then in Endgame and Infinity War, he has like father-in-law issues. So it's kind of funny. So there are movies coming up soon. Hopefully, they put them out on time. I kind of wish they would have already put out, Black Widow, especially because, I mean, it could have happened. Could have made a lot of people's lives happier in quarantine. Just saying. Whatever. But no, Black Widow is supposed to come out July 9th. And I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I'm glad to be able to see Scarlett Johansson, Hannison, however the hell you say her name. I'm happy that we get to see her again as Black Widow. I think she absolutely kills in her role as Black Widow. I really wish that her and Banner would have finally been able to get together, just because, I mean, yeah, like you just really wanted that for them. Like, you're all, okay, I see what's happening and I want to see this go through. But sadly, it does not. But we did get Thor Ragnarok, and that shit was great. Just all in all. I do believe that Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff has the best soundtrack. You can fight me on that all you want. I mean, yeah, Thor Ragnarok has a couple of, good songs, but all in all, if we're talking about from any of them, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy definitely has the best soundtrack, in my opinion. So we have Black Widow coming out, which is going to be really good. We're going to see like I don't know if it's her origin because I haven't actually really looked it up. I know it's really going to talk about like part of her origin, but I think she's going back to exact revenge, and I don't know where it's at on the timeline because I haven't really researched it. So there's that. We have Shang-Chi and I hope I said that right, and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That one, I have no idea what that one is about. I'm gonna have to look him up and research who he is. So that's gonna be interesting. The Eternals is probably gonna be cool, but I'm not holding my breath right now. Then we got Spider-Man No Way Home, and that is December of this year, December 17th of this year. That one's going to be interesting. It's going to see, I think it's going to be interesting to watch because of where Mysterio left things in the last Spider-Man. So that'll be cool. Doctor Strange in the Universe of Multiverse Madness. That one's coming out March 25th, 2022. And I'm kind of hoping that, you know what? I do have a little issue with the Strange stuff because, the ancient one, they did Tilda Swinton or whatever the hell her freaking name is. And, in all honesty, in my opinion, yeah, if you wanted to have a woman there, you could have done a woman of Asian descent, but just a pure white lady, like, she looked like the young version of Snow, like, before he got all, like, disformed. But it was really weird. Because you could have done anything for you if you want to have female recognition, cool. But I think that they shouldn't have wiped. I think Sandra Oh would have been a really cool person for that. Maybe what was her name, Maggie something. But I think that there were some missed opportunities there. So there's that. I am looking forward to Thor, Love, and Thunder. I really am. Just because I want to see Natalie Portman's buff ass, like being Thor, because she takes over the mantle of Thor. Uh, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I'm really curious as to where they're going to go on that, just because, the late great Chadwick Boseman is no longer with us, and I would love to see Shuri become what she becomes, because there was a couple of times even in the comics where she took over the mantle of the Black Panther. I think one of the times was when, if I remember correctly, the Black Panther went to Hell's Kitchen and helped out Daredevil and a few other things. And, she took over the mantle while he was gone. So, and plus he has trained her. I mean, they have not really given a lot of backstory to the brother-sister combination, which maybe they should. But I don't know. I don't know how they're going to be able to do that without Chadwick. So hopefully they do that. I know that people are like, just recast, and it's like, nah, because it's just one of those things where it's going to be really hard to recast that particular character, especially because, just like Star Wars fans, Marvel fans are pretty fucking bad when they don't get their way. So, or, whatever. So there's always that. Yeah, so that was a couple of things. I play a game called Marvel Strike Force. And it's a mobile game, and well, I think it's a mobile game. I'm not sure, but there is a new character that they have on there named Kestrel. She's pretty cool, but also I think this is another one of those times where they've kind of washed over a character in particular, because I have to look it up because I have ADHD and I forget things. So it's okay. I'm guessing because it says, hang on real quick. I guess she's not white, so that's funny. Yeah, known as Sybil Tan, also known as Major Sybil Tan, is a Malaysian physicist, engineer, pilot, and astronaut living at the bleeding edge of scientific discovery. Now, here's the thing. It says that she was recruited by Nick Fury and stuff to explore, the boundaries of reality. But the thing is that her powers and whatnot, and what she can do, also coexist with another character who is who's also named Kestrel, and he's kind of an anti-hero. I have dogs, so you're just gonna have to deal with that. So I noticed that the similarities were there, and so I kind of looked into it a little bit more. And his powers, let's see, his powers and abilities are: he has the ability to phase jump, meaning he can seemingly disappear at will. He can move about space at will. He has also had a life-extending serum in his blood due to his involvement in the Weapon X program. He uses charges and bombs who blast precisely on control. Now, Kestrel, the lady, pretty much has all these. She can bend space and time. She has energy blasts. So it just seems really weird that a character who was a black dude originally is now an Asian lady, which I'm all for that. Representation is cool. But I think it's really weird that they named them pretty much the same thing and they have the same abilities. So I thought that that was pretty interesting. They also have um, a Star Lord thing going on right now, and I'm hell mad because I don't have the characters needed to do it. So, well, I mean, I have them, but they're not at the correct star level. So I don't have enough stars to get Star Lord, and I'm pissed. So they need to make the game a little easier for people to acquire, like, shards. I know that the whole idea is to either make money or make people play this damn game forever, which I'm so hooked on it. I follow Excelsior Gaming. I think it's a 99 Problems, but a Stitcher ain't one. And oh my god, if you really want to learn the game and you want to see the ins and outs, Ian McDonald and Damian Harmony really do a great job. It's explaining shit because, like, before I was just all willy nilly and kind of half assed, like playing the game, but like I wasn't really dedicated. And then because I didn't really know what the hell I was doing, and like now I do, and I was like, oh, I could have got so far. But now I actually have a team that's over 100,000 in team size and stuff. I'm working on my street teams. I'm working on my Guardians team because they are really actually getting pretty strong. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I like doing. I don't really play like regular video games like a lot of people play, Call of Duty, things like that, Overwatch. I play Overwatch when I go to my sister's house just because that's the game that they love. And, I suck at it. It's the whole, like, I have to invert everything. And then on top of it, like, I just suck at games like that. So I get motion sickness in a weird way. So I like flat games, kind of one-dimensional-ish. I also play another game that is pretty interesting. I like it. What's it called? Because I always forget names. I also play another game called The Contest of Champions. It's another Marvel game. I like that one because you can control, like, when they hit and punch, and you can upgrade and do all that fun stuff. Okay, so when I was playing Marvel Strike Force not that long ago, I was playing with Wolverine, the Hulk, and a few other people. And on the other team, I was like against Cyclops and stuff. And it was hella funny because they do this slow motion with the punching, and basically he like threw Wolverine threw Cyclops in the air and then punched him like he usually does, but it just kind of, and it all worked because it was one of the games where there was cars going on in the background. And so Wolverine basically, as he punched Cyclops, he threw him into a car, and I was like, finally. I think that's hilarious. And if you know the X-Men, comic or movies or anything, you know that Wolverine really loves Jean Grey, but Jean Grey's heart belongs to Cyclops. I don't even know why. He's a whiny little bitch, but that's just my opinion. I have a hard time with some storylines because I'm like, they love each other. Why don't they just be together? You're all mad because, like, fucking dude shoots fireballs out of his eyeballs. Like, man, grow up. But yeah, that's just me. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of TikTok lately because apparently I have no life. And I have been watching a lot of compilations and stuff on Star Wars and Marvel, DC. I get why some people could like DC, but they just don't pack that great of a punch for me. I think Marvel really, and it's really crazy because whatever Marvel has, DC will have, but like the steroid version of it, and it's still not even that good. So, there is that. I just recently watched Birds of Prey. Ugh, that movie was horrible. It was trash. The origins, this cost, yeah, everything. Could have done better. I did like Ewan McGregor in that, but I undoubtedly have a affinity for the poor man because, hello there. Like, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, I've been watching a lot, and there are some beautiful women that are killing the cosplay game. Like, I'm gonna try and get a few of them on here, hopefully in costume. But yeah, they are absolutely amazing. And I hate when I look through the comments like, "Oh, you're not the right color to play that character." And it's like, bitch, shut up. If she wants to wear what she wants to wear, let her wear it. I don't care. She looks good. These girls are literally killing it. Like, down to details, the hair, the makeup, the effects. It's fucking phenomenal. So I'm totally down for it. I recently did a cosplay of Ahsoka Tano, and we were yeah, it was on May the 4th, and I was doing a pun show with Capital Punishment, and holy crap, I felt so overdressed. I'm not even kidding, because I'm thinking, all right, we're all nerds and everything, everyone's gonna dress up, this is gonna be awesome. No, like, that's not at all what happened. It was hilarious. One of the people who were a part of it, they dressed as a Jedi, and then they dressed as Vader, and then I think it was Wedge Antilles, because I'm pretty sure I believe that's his favorite character. So yeah, but yeah, it was hella funny, because I'm like expecting everybody else to dress up. Oh, and the girl that I battled and lost to, she was dressed up as Leia. And I was all for it. And I went, like, I swear, I went balls deep. Like, I went hella hardcore. It was fucking funny. I had made her whole everything, like latex and paint and everything. And then right before, like, the top part of it was so huge, like, I had to bend it down and like stab it so I could put the cloak on, because I wanted to because I have a Jedi cloak and I wanted to put the Jedi cloak on. But when I did, it was just like sticking up way too far, and I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. So, like, I had to do it, and then I had to pull the shit down and hold it tight the whole time, so, like, it didn't go. But it was totally worth it. I enjoyed it, and let me tell you, just me experiencing that amount of cosplay, like, I created Rey from Star Wars. Absolutely love that character. I don't care what you guys have to say about it. And she's just amazing as a character. A lot of people give her a lot of shit, but in all honesty, she only had a year to figure out how to do what she did. And if you start from 0 to a year and you look at her progress, you have to be okay with it. But again, Star Wars fans like to shit on everything. So, where there were a couple parts, like the Rise of Skywalker was just nostalgia throw up. Like, everybody and their mama was there. Like, it was crazy. But it was the last movie. And that's where we got to say goodbye to Miss Carrie Fisher. So, General Organa or Princess Leia, however you know her. But yeah, it was freaking amazing. Which I don't understand how she was General Organa, because if her and Han were together, did they get married? Because if they got married, then it would be General Solo. But I don't know. I love that whole thing. And if you watch I'm going to nerd out a little bit. If you watch it a little bit, you can see the similarities between Ben at the end in Rise of Skywalker, where he does the shoot behind him, same thing as Dad did. His little shrug, same thing as Dad did. His dad did a lot of those things, and he really exemplified what his dad did. And there was a lot of stuff, because you think about it, there was, Vader. And Vader did what he did. Well, at the beginning parts of one of these, Ben Solo, at the time, Kylo Ren, said, I'm going to finish what you started. But he came full circle with that, was the Force heal. So he did actually finish what his dad started, or grandfather started. He learned to Force heal and save someone from death. But in return, he sacrificed himself. Which, it is what it is. But Princess Padme actually died probably from a broken heart. They say it was a broken heart, but I'm pretty sure you force choke a bitch when she's pregnant, she gonna die. I'm just saying. But yeah, so anyway, where was I at? See, this is one of the reasons why I have to have a schedule, because I have ADHD and I will freaking go off the rails. Okay. Oh, cosplayers. But yes. Okay. So I just and the guys are killing it too. I'm not just saying women. Women are the only ones that can kill it. But some of these guys, okay, first of all, some of these guys are doing it just for what is now called a nerd trap, where they start off all dorky and stuff, and then all of a sudden they like the lightsaber, and it's just like hard chiseled abs, and I'm just like, why do I have this on repeat? You know what I'm saying? Because I have no shame in my game. I'm single. I don't give a shit. So yeah, but it's crazy to see the amount of what do you call it? It's crazy to see the amount of creativity that people in and of themselves are taking into their own hands. Like, honestly, some of these people could be like costume creators on actual Star Wars. They should do that. They really should. They should have the characters, like, you know, they should have the people who are kicking ass and doing cool cosplays. They should have them on the sets, because we know what we want to see. So why not, you know, help that creativity make it go? Because, yeah, I never used liquid latex before. And I think there is a fallacy in movies, because you always see people in liquid latex. No, it is not as easy as you think. The stuff stinks. And I don't know how they put it on their body and make it all perfect looking. I'm pretty sure there's an air gun involved. But yeah, so I was making the headpiece for Ahsoka, and I had done all this. I hand sewed. That thing killed me, but and it took me like 5 days to make. No bullshit. And so I'm hand doing it, and then like I noticed that her I forget what the hell they're called, but the little parts that hang down, her mandrels are on top. I forget what these are called, leaves or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyway, I noticed that they weren't going to do what I wanted them to do, so I cut like leggings, not leggings. I cut like, you know, stockings or whatever the hell they're called. I don't know. I never use them, but that shows you how much I dress up. Anyway, I cut them and I put them over, and then I noticed, I was like, oh, cool, this is going to work. Well, then it rolled down just a little bit, and I was like, ah, crap. But it worked, because I like painted it, and it looked like she had a little decoration on her little thingy. But yeah, that is definitely a long process. It smells, it's horrible, but in the end, it was totally worth it. It really was, though. It was a lot of fun. All right. Oh, and another fun thing about TikTok, Luke Skywalker, Mr. Mark Hamill himself, is on TikTok. And I saw his first video. I think there's only 3. The third one's pretty funny. He like bosses out, which is awesome. But the first one, it was like, tell me your dog is needy without telling me your dog is needy. And I duetted it, and the motherfucker liked it. And I was so excited, because, like, hello, it's Mark Hamill, and he literally just watched me. Like, he had to have watched the video to like it. So, in a weird way, I feel like I've met him. I hope I get to meet him one day. That would be wicked cool. But who knows? Again. So, yeah, nobody's commenting. I have 1 viewer. I have no idea who you are. So, but it's fun. I like talking nerd talk. I don't care. I think in the future, like I said, I want to try and do the cosplayers. I want to have them on. There's a gentleman who knows a lot about Lord of the Rings, and I think him and I are going to talk about Samwise. I just have to lock him in and have him on the show. He's very, very, he's kind of fun to mess with, because he doesn't really like puns. But again, it's what is there? They run a podcast called A Geek History of Time. Holy crap! Go there, check them out. Honestly, it's really weird, because like the stuff that I watch and listen to is all kind of from the same people. It's not on purpose. It's the shit that I happen to like. but yeah, so go and check them out because they do really fun deep dives, like what houses like Marvel characters would be in if they were in Hogwarts. They've done crazy history dives. They've done V for Vendetta. That one's one of my personal favorites. They did a really extensive thing on Batman, which I have not even tempted to dive into because my brain is not ready for that. But yeah, it's definitely cool. I think right now, I forget which one I'm in. I think it's something about how shows should have ended. So it's pretty cool. It's very interesting, honestly, and they don't miss a beat. They do their research, so definitely check them out. Um, let's see. Oh, and I'm gonna try and have some folks. I have a friend named Emma, and she's involved with D&D. I have no idea what D&D is, but the more that I keep seeing memes and just the D&D culture and TikTok videos where like it's what's his name? Some tavern. I can't remember his name right now, but he's super super cool, and he has some of the craziest like videos, and I love him. And it's all D&D based. It's not World of Warcraft. It's D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, which I remember watching a movie about Dungeons and Dragons like hell years ago, and it was lame as shit. So that was another reason why I was like, I don't know if this is something I want to get into. But then I have friends who are into it. They explain it with such excitement that I'm like, all right, maybe I do want to play this. I just, haven't found the right people to do it with. And apparently there's like multiple books and versions and all sorts of other stuff. And it's like, fuck. The more I get into... See, the fun part about getting into nerdery is you have to do your research. And to do your research, you have to read. And reading is really awesome. One of the books that I am reading right now is Punching Nazis and Other Good Ideas by a comedian friend of mine, Keith Lowell Jensen. And oh my god, the shit's hilarious and it's great. And it's pretty pungent. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting book. I have only gotten very little into it, but so far it's very entertaining. I definitely recommend it. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, I am a campfire survivor, and one of the things that we did this weekend is we went and raised our voices in protest, and that's another cool thing that people get to do is that some people might find dumb, nerdy, or geeky. Is being able to protest. So we kind of went out there, we did. We went out there and we talked about the failures of the Fire Victims Trust, the failures of the court, and the fact that everybody else gets to go back to business as usual except for people like me. So I think we got our message across. It was pretty cool. I've had a really long weekend and a really long week leading up to it. I've had a lot of stuff to do, and yeah. I have slept a lot over the last couple of days. It's very important to keep up with your mental health during these times. And part of that is getting enough sleep. And me having recognized that I needed to go to sleep, I did. And so yesterday I took like a 5-hour nap. And today I took a 5-hour nap. I'm pretty sure it was like 5 hours. But my body needed it. I needed a rest. And I had a migraine. So, but anyway... Keep in touch, keep in tune. I don't know exactly where we're going to go every week or every other week. I'm trying to do it every week, but Sundays is kind of a rough day for me just because it's like my day to chill, which this is kind of like me chilling. But usually it's better if I have somebody else with me, but this week I couldn't get anyone. So, well, I didn't want to bother a few people anyway. So, but... yeah, like I said, I'm going to have some folks on here talk about D&D. We're going to dive into Tolkien. Okay, so on the Black Panther set, I have to say it because I love puns. So on the Black Panther set, the two gentlemen that were in it that were white boys, and they were also in the Lord of the Rings together. They were dubbed the Tolkien white guys. Sorry, I had to do it. Because, yeah, I love it. Oh, yeah, and then my cousin, I was on like I was telling you before, I was on the Capital Punishment show for May the 4th, the Star Wars episode. And I just love the one that I made up, and I'm going to tell it to you guys now because I get a kick out of it, and I don't give a crap what you think. But basically, it is, I need to quit saying basically. I have said that a lot today. Anywho, you know that your neighbors are probably up to no good when you see 3POs in their front yard? Yeah, I did that. Yep. I just did that. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys are having a great time. I know that it's COVID. Craziness is ensuing. If you can, go and get the vaccine. If you don't want to, that is all up to you. But please remember that while you're out, wear your mask, bring your sanitizer, try and stay away. I am fully immunized, so I know that they say that you don't have to wear a mask or anything like that, but like I don't want to be thought of as a Republican. So I'm gonna keep wearing my mask when I'm out. But like I said, hopefully we're at the tail end of this. I hope that we don't have another surge. I hope that we just keep going and we start rebuilding the communities and everything else, because sadly enough, the pandemic has really taken its toll on not just the communities, but also economic. There's so many things that this thing has impacted. And it's killed 600,000 people. I mean, it's not something to shake a stick at. And yes, it's actually science. I believe in science. I believe in the numbers that are dead. And I also believe that the number is off because of the fact that we did not start noticing it until later on. So I think that the numbers are actually higher. They just don't know it. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. I know school's winding down. Please be kind to your teachers. They've gone through some dumb shit this year. So and stressful stuff. And they also have kids of their own that they have to teach while they're in their house. And just there's a lot that goes behind it. They weren't just sitting at home eating bonbons in their white gloves. They were kicking ass and taking names and redoing a whole entire curriculum over the summer. So please remember that it's not just people phoning it in or not wanting to go back to work. So anyway, I just had to throw those things in there because I'm an asshole. And I like to stir the pot. Anyway, be kind to one another. Remember that gatekeeping is a dick move and don't do it. Hopefully, and if you guys don't know what gatekeeping is, go look it up. But yeah, I will hopefully see you guys next week. Anyway, my name is Jessica Roberts. I am Cheeky Geek Talk, and I hope you guys have a good night.